Hello, class of EDUU 526. My name is Giselle Garcia, and this is my journal number 5. In this week's journal, I will be describing the similarities and differences between one's first language acquisition and second language acquisition. I will discuss how I will support my students during the transition from their primary language to learning English in the classroom, and I will also share some strategies or actions that could be implemented. One of the first differences between first language acquisition and second language acquisition is that first language is required by instinct. Based on historical theories, it is believed that the human brain is already innate to acquire language. This means that the brain's way of acquiring language is natural. The brain is inborn and has the capability to naturally learn. For example, babies that are learning a first language will listen to the parents or other adults around them and try to imitate those sounds. This also means that instruction is not really required to learn that language. When learning a second language, the learner is conscious and aware of the language being acquired. This means that acquiring a second language requires that person to attempt and try to learn the language, so they need to somehow have some interest in learning a second language, and this is one of the main reasons why not everyone learns a second language. Second language acquisition requires a lot of practice and instruction, and learning a second language is based on the basis of the first language grammar. This is a reason why it is sometimes very difficult to reach full native speech when you're learning a second language, although not impossible. One of the first similarities between first and second language acquisition is that both go through 6 stages. Another similarity is that language acquisition often involves making errors through the language process. Both languages require the learner to communicate it and have interactions with others. And vocabulary language will expand by having explicit and rich, meaningful instruction. Providing strategies that will help my students transition from the first primary language to English acquisition is critical. One strategy to help my students in the transition is to get to know them. For instance, learning what they like to be called by, learn about their interests, about their needs, their strengths. This will help the students feel cared for and included. It would help us help the teacher and the students have a connection. Another strategy that could help the students in transition is to build on their background knowledge. This will help my students feel comfortable and at ease, especially during the first stage of second language acquisition, which is the silent period. For instance, incorporating something about their culture in the lesson activity will be a great strategy to use. Another strategy is to provide visuals in the instruction. This can be using anchor charts for the lesson, a visual schedule that can help my students know where they need to be, have visual rules, have visual expectations, and incorporate realia in the instruction lessons as much as possible to make sure that they are understanding the content. This is the visual that I had that I created in order to help me organize the similarities and differences. And that's all I have for today's journal. Thank you.